All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well. Why not this truth from his salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push his word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to all the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And today, man, just basically getting on what times that we are in. Because it's made manifest and it's already evident that America or this current beast system will not continue as they thought it was. You know, these devils, they have plans scaled out to 2030 and even as far as 2100. How these devils are going to try to get their NWO off the ground. But ultimately, it's going to come to an end. And we can see the signs that we are at the end of this society, man. How do we see the signs? Because the Lord have told us about these things, man. You know? Now, real quick, let's get this article. Apocalypse Now, a alarming number of signs of biblical end times has almost got me stockpiling 10 goods. And that's why it even says that, matter of fact. Because 10 goods is not the way for salvation, man. You know, you stacking up 10 goods and weaponry and armory, that's not going to lead into your salvation. Let's get this real quick. This is the book of Romans 11, and I'm going to jump down to verse 7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So the rest of these people are blinded about the things that's coming on, man. The reason how we know that you're blinded, because instead of you trying to get right with Yahweh Shai, these first people thoughts is, let's get guns, let's get food. We don't know what can happen, you know? Instead of just having faith in the higher power who's making these different things happening, man. You know, so let's go ahead and get a little bit more of this article. It says the Bible warning that people will become unthankful, disloyal, not open to any agreement, slanderers, without love of goodness, betrayers, headstrong, puffed up with pride. That's America all day. It says pretty much sums up modern politics. It sums up the American and Edomite lifestyle, man, which these people have been accustomed of living. The comfort of the flesh. You can DoorDash at a palm of your hand. You can receive anything just chilling out at the house. Is a thing now called bedrotting. When you're really functional, you know, you can move, you can walk, you can talk, but you spend most of your day or most of the days that you off just in the bed, scrolling on TikTok or riding away. And the reason why they call it bed right, because a lot of these people's brains are rotten, man. And what they're rotten with the philosophy that they had gotten from Esau. Because if you let Esau tell you everything is all good. Matter of fact, after this election, even though we said this 5 elections ago, after this election, everything is going to be all good. Not knowing that things are going to get worse as time goes on, man. You know? Let's go ahead and read a little bit more of this article. Here you go. Flood, wars, and delics. Look up that word delics real quick for brothers who... Delics, alien race, you know? Extraterrestrial, basically... And they're trying to say the UFOs for the lack of better words. But the UFOs is a sign of the times that we are in. You know? Matter of fact, let's bag that up. You know, we ain't just going to talk about it. We're going to let Yahweh Shai bag us up with it. This is the book of Luke 21. And I'm going to start at verse 25. And there shall be signs. And again, the guy in the title was saying signs of biblical times. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. And we can see that not too long ago, that solar eclipse, which actually was a sign that we are at the end of Esau's kingdom, man. Continuing on, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun, in the moon, in the stars. That's even talking about UFOs. Because even though Esau wants you to believe that these UFOs is a foreign race to things like that, yeah, they are foreign. The reason why they are foreign because they are coming from the heavens, while Esau is underneath upon earth, man. But it's not the little green Martian that Esau wants you to think about. No, it's going to be so-called black men, with afros and bushy beards, who's going to come and take you over, man. And that's going to be a part of the shock factor that the Lord is going to bring, Let's go ahead and go back, because I want to go back to this Luke. Let's read a little bit of this. It says, despite the fact that it looks like the sky is on fire, amazingly, most of the old beliefs about phenomenon were really quite positive. Although the lights were dimmed by some Native American tribes to be the spirit of those who died valiantly, as well as spirits rejoicing because the sun was absent and spirits taking their vengeance on enemies. And why would they even mention that? Because even though we know that Jake was going off to a certain extent, but Issachar had the understanding of the stars, man. Now at the end of it, it says, in spirits taking their revenge on enemies, man. Because why? Yahweh Shemawah Shai, he's been getting ready to take revenge upon you, Esau. And you know it. And we can see the signs of the Lord taking vengeance upon you, man. Not too long ago, that thing in Houston, different tornadoes and weather. And it's not the first time that the Lord fucked up Houston. A couple years ago, that snowstorm. Now it's this tornado. What's going to happen next? A tsunami? An earthquake? Whatever the Lord is going to make happen. But that's why it says, even upon the earth, the distress of nations. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and go back to that. To Luke 21, verse 25 again. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the seas and the waves warring. Now, we know what that word perplexity means, but we're going to get that, and we're going to get this word distress. The word distress. Go to the Strong's. Distress. Strong's G, so like 4912. Let's go right here. It says to press, the B definition, to press on every side, because Esau is going to do a thing called press from above and press from beneath. Why? Because the Lord is making Esau getting pressure, man. Because Esau, he's between a rock and a hard place. He's trying to start his NWO, and at the same time, he's trying to stop this word from going out, which ultimately he's going to fail at. Let's go ahead and see a little bit more of it. It says a prisoner to held. So like, here you go, right here, the fourth definition. It says to be held with afflicted with suffering from. So it's going to be a sense of suffering upon the planet Earth, man. And really, it's going to be suffering too when the UFOs come down, which we identify those objects. They're not foreign to us, but they're foreign to you. Why? Because you're the enemy, man. It says to be held with, afflicted with, suffering from. So the Lord is putting the spirit of suffering upon the planet Earth. And ultimately, it's only for two reasons: for your destruction or either for your salvation, man. And one thing I'm going to say, ain't like everybody you already saved. Like you already just got a spot. No, man. Everybody's going to have to go through that time and prove what type of mellow that they are, man. Even us. We're not going to slide, for lack of better words. We just going to go somewhere and then it's going to be 7 years of tribulation. No. The Lord told us that in the book of St. John, the 17th chapter. I pray that you take them not out of the world, but keep them from evil. Showing you that we're going to be in the midst of these dangerous times, but the Lord, he's going to keep us. And the part of the Lord keeping us is keeping us away from that sea help, which that's a part of the signs and the times that we are in too. Let's go ahead and go back to that word perplexity. This is distress upon nations. Another word for that word distress is suffering. But let's go into that word perplexity too. Perplexity, Strong's G640. It says the state of perplexity, to be perplexed. You know how Esau do that. Let's go to the Strong's. Yep. To be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting. Because people are going to be fiending for food. People are going to be fiending for shelter. And ultimately, people are going to be fiending for salvation. But just because you didn't love the Lord, or you wasn't chosen the Lord, he's not going to let you receive those things. Continuing on, to be embarrassed, to be in doubt, showing you that the ones who's going to be suffering is going to be because of their unbelief. You know, and even, you know, going off topic a little bit, I was watching this little TV show, and dude, like, you believe, he's like, you got to help me with my unbelief, which that's really a scripture that Yahweh Shah said, man. Help me with my unbelief, you know? Because you're going to have faith in that time when Gurgle troops are walking down the streets. You're going to have faith in that time when there's not going to be a lack of bread. You're going to have faith in that time, man, when shit is actually going to be just fucked up out here, man. And the only thing you're going to have left is hope and faith, man, in the word that the Lord have given you. Let's go ahead and continue on. It says not to know how to decide or what to do, to be perplexed. So these people are not going to know what to do when these bad things start to happen. Because again, it's not no coincidence that people talking about the apocalypse, the end of the world. That's just not no slang that's getting thrown around. No, that's actually a vibration that's getting thrown out in the air. And that vibration have been given to us from the heavens, man. You know, going back to Romans 15:4, things was written before time were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Because a part of us being patient is suffering too, man. But also having hope in the midst of you going through that hell, man. You know? Let's go ahead and get this real quick and end it off in Isaiah 42. And we're going to jump down to verse 9 in the NLT. It says, everything I prophesied has come true. Yes, the UFOs, which is a thing that these devils are bringing out. Again, they're going to try to flip the script like they're aliens, or, you know, Esau got a thing called Project Bluebeam and these different tricks that Esau have on his sleeves. But guess what? You're going to know that day when Yahweh Shah comes. It's not going to be no question. Now, you can question the Project Bluebeam, but you're not going to be able to question Yahweh Shah when that day comes, man. And even in the midst of brothers, they see chariots more and more as we get close to that time, man. Read this again, though, Salaki. It says, everything I prophesied has come true, and now I will prophesy again. I will tell you the future before it happens. And the part of the Lord telling us the future before it happens is this: apocalypse now, alarming number of signs of biblical end times has almost got me stockpiling 10 goods. And this is Esau's solution. 10 goods. Let's get weaponry. Our solution is to trust and lean upon Yahweh Shah, man. So yeah, I can just a quick little video. Pray it was edifying. I want to say, call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashum, Yahweh Shah, Bahashum, Rakakudash. I want to give double honors to my apostle, the great millstone, and Shalom.